Every day we open our phones and see the same apps, the same colors, the same design. No development, no change. We're all bored of how apps look. But the advantage to be an artist, being creative, and have imagination is that you won't face this problem. That's why in this video, I'm going to transform app icons from boring and ordinary into cute, soft, and kawaii designs. So let's start. First, I put a few names into this wheel of fortune so it can randomly pick one for us. So the first app will be Reddit. Okay, honestly, I don't really use this app. Its design is already kinda cute, but we just need to make it cuter. The first thing I'm thinking is to add eyes and sparkles, because those are the main features of anything cute. Then I'll add blush and maybe turn this circle shape into a heart. Okay, that's the cute concept I imagined. Now, let's start for real. First, I'll change the background color from orange to pastel pink. And I'll add thin outlines to this alien, robot, creature. I'll make them a light brown cute color. I'll do the same thing for the whole icon. Now for the eyes. Honestly, I'm not sure what kind of highlights I want. Maybe white eyes with black highlights. Or the opposite. Or like this. Ew, that looks bad. Let's skip the eyes for now until I get a better idea. As I said, I turned this circle into a heart. Add earth details and add blush. After leaving the eyes for a bit, I got an idea. I'll draw highlights in white only, keep the eye color the same as the background, and maybe outline the highlights with brown, the same color as the icon outline. Finally, I'll add a soft shadow on the side of the face. And this is the final cute, soft, and kawaii design for the Reddit icon. What do you think? Does it deserve a happy, neutral, or sad face? I think happy. And let's move on to the next one. The wheel chose Discord. Okay, it's kind of similar to Reddit, so the idea I have is change the background to pink and give this creature droopy ears like a rabbit or maybe a puppy. I'm also thinking of adding a nose and a mouth since I'm starting to imagine it as a dog. Now let's apply the idea. What do I feel like I don't like the pink? Let me try other colors. I'm currently choosing between these three, but I feel more drawn to the blue. I'll add outlines and draw the dog ears. Actually, let's give it a name. Let's call it Laika. This is the name I'll give to my featured dog. If you know exactly why I chose the name Laika, write in the comments because it's a name you've probably heard before. Back to the drawing. Here I added cute brown eyes. Focus on the word cute, and the result turned out cuter than I expected. It even reminded me of the certain character. If you know, write it in the comments. Okay, I gave you too many riddles. It looks like Cinnamoroll from Onegai My Melody. Tell me if you watched that show. I haven't, and I feel like I missed something big, but I don't know. If you watched it, tell me if it's worth it. Back to the icon. I added a shadow which made it look nicer. Then I added genius idea. I added a texture that looks like paper or canvas. By the way, I'll show you how to do it in Ibis Paint X. First, place the texture image without zooming it too much so it doesn't lose quality. Then, go to perspective form and set it to full. Then turn off perspective, choose the appropriate size. After that, go to same layer, open blending mode and choose linear burn. And this is the final cute, soft, and kawaii design for the Discord icon. Honestly, I didn't accept this level of creativity and definitely deserved a happy face. Let's move on. Okay, Chrome. I immediately knew how to make it cute. First, I changed the colors to pastel. Oh my god, this already looks cute, but it feels a bit empty. And that's something I cannot allow. So I'll add soft shadows to each color. And maybe a highlight. I think I'm messing it up. Let me turn the center circle into a heart. That also means I slightly adjust these shapes around it. I don't even know what they're called, but once you see it, you'll understand what I mean. And finally, this is the cute,
soft and kawaii result for the Chrome icon.
I think it deserves a neutral face. Not amazing, not bad, just in the middle. Tell me what you think. And we've reached the end of the video. Recently, I've been watching a lot of videos about redesigning app icons, brand logos, and even emojis, and I thought I had to try this idea on my channel. Tell me if you liked it and if you want me to make it a series. Yeah, and I think that's everything. See you in the next video. Bye!